Hello, and welcome to the start of another reading vlog. We are mid spooky season, so I'm going to be reading a bit of horror and a bit of paranormal this week. I hope your spooky season is going fantastic. I'm going to be starting off this vlog with The Ghost Woods by CJ Cooke. This has a crumbling manor in the middle of the woods, and unwed mothers are sent here to give birth. But there's something extra and something sinister going on with this house and with these woods. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm so glad that you're here. I also want to mention that the Ghost Woods is the Horror Spotlight Discord pick for October, and I'm going to go ahead and leave a link in the description below in case you want to join us for reading this or any of our future picks or just any of our horror and other genre discussions. Happy Sunday afternoon. It is the best time of the week for reading at my house. I am about to sit down with the Ghost Woods. My husband just left to go to the grocery store to get us some things to grill us some burgers this afternoon. Also, if it looks like my hair is blowing in the wind, I have a fan going, and I am about 80 pages into the Ghost Woods. I'm finding this creepy so far, so hopefully I will knock out a chunk of this afternoon, and I will be back to let you know how it's going. I have finished reading part 1 of The Ghost Woods, and this is touching on my favorite kind of fungal horror, but I'm not sure that it's going to be enough to overcome the maternal horrors or the infant horrors. At this point, we're kind of combining my favorite horror with my least favorite horror, so it's going to depend on how the second half of this goes. But again, it is touching upon some of my favorite horror. I am only halfway through, so I'm going to keep reading this, and I will either pop in when I'm about a 3/4 of the way through, or I'll pop in whenever I am finished. It is Monday night after work, and I'm going to try to do a quick update. I am at the gym. It has been a hot minute since I have stopped by the gym on the way home, so I will probably be here a while tonight. And I owe you an update because I did finish reading The Ghost Woods by CJ Cooke, and I really enjoyed this. I was torn between loving fungal horror and really disliking maternal horror, infant horror, kids in peril. Kids in peril are my least favorite aspect of horror, but the characters in this really made up for everything for me. I really cared genuinely about these characters. So I did enjoy this. I think it's a great book. I think if you do not mind kids in peril or stories about, the whole unwed mothers going off to give birth and all of the hard things that come along with that entire subject matter, then I really highly recommend this. I thought this was a really great read, and I'm going to start an audiobook while I'm in the gym. I'm either going to listen to Bride by Ali Hazelwood, or I'm going to listen to Broken Country by Clara Leslie Hall. I think I'm going to do Bride. I will give you an update either tonight, probably not tonight. I'm probably going to go to the grocery store after the gym and just crawl into bed when I get home. So I will hopefully give you an update tomorrow morning or after work tomorrow. It is now Tuesday night after work. I'm at home. I had a really good night at the gym last night, and then I stopped at the grocery store on my way home, went through the car wash. My kid told me that he forgot he was out of cereal, so I stopped at a second grocery store. So I got home pretty late, but I did read last night. So I listened to about 100 pages of The Ghost Bride, and then The Ghost Bride. Oh my God, I have Ghostwood still on my head. Let me say something real quick before I forget. I did want to mention that if you need trigger warnings, to look them up before going into the Ghost Woods, because there might be trigger warnings that you need to see. And then Bride, not Ghost Bride. She's a vampire and she's marrying a werewolf. It is giving a little bit of Twilight so far. I listened to the first 100 pages and then I read another 66 pages, so I'm on page 166. This is okay. I have fallen in love with Ali Hazelwood this year, and this one just, I don't know, it's okay. It's not doing anything for me. The story's not, the characters aren't, but I'm enjoying it in that it's readable, but it's not, there's nothing really sucking me in or making me have the Ali Hazelwood feeling that I normally get, other than the fact that Ali Hazelwood's characters never believe a word that anyone says. So if somebody tells them something amazing about them, there's a reason that they don't mean what they're saying. That feels very Ali Hazelwood, but other than that, it's just something that is okay. How far into this are we? We are not quite half, maybe we're a third. We're about a third of the way in through this. So I still have two-thirds to go. It could turn around. I'm not having a bad time. I'm just, there's so many things that I want to be reading right now, but Mate is one of them. So I need to finish reading this so that I can read Mate as well. And again, it's not a bad book. It's just okay. So I will let you know how far I get into this tonight and I will keep you updated. So, hello, good evening. It is Wednesday night after work, and we are just going to be spending the evening at home. My husband is currently cooking quesadillas. We're going to have some drinks and watch some TV. There's a new episode of Love is Blind on tonight, so I will be watching that. And I will also be reading Bride. I'm hoping to finish Bride tonight. I am now two-thirds of the way in, and I am enjoying this more than the first third. And I think it's because our main characters now are starting to have an actual relationship with each other. And so I'm enjoying them and what's happening more than I was in the very beginning. So hopefully I will get that last third read tonight and I will let you know my final thoughts on Bride when I finish. Hello, it is Saturday, and let's do some real talk here. I have hardly read Bride any more than I had read when I last left off on Wednesday, I think. I have just not wanted to pick this up, and I think I finally figured out why this is pretty corny. Like, if Stephanie Myers had written a spicy novel between vampires and werewolves, I think it would have read a lot like this Ali Hazelwood book. So I don't know, I'm just not wanting to pick it up and read it. And it has made me stuck in molasses. And this is exactly why I don't read one book at a time anymore, because if I'm reading a book that I don't want to pick up, I don't read anything. And I hate that feeling. So I'm usually in the middle of multiple books, and sometimes one gets left behind. I do want to finish this because I am interested in reading Mate. When I read Not in Love by Ali Hazelwood, I really loved that book. And then the sequel, Problematic Summer Romance, I did not like that book. And yeah, Mate is being marketed as a sequel to this, so it's probably going to have a lot of similarities to this. Problematic Summer Romance was, it seemed like they were trying to distance it from Not in Love. And those two books could have not been any more different from one another. So I may, only find this one to be okay and then love Mate. I have already bought Mate. I do want to give it a read. So I want to finish reading this one, but it's just hard because there's just this kind of what would, and it's being creative, right? Like Stephanie Meyer was creative when she wrote Twilight. I think that Edward's sparkling skin was creative. I feel like it's the same kind of creativity of what would a werewolf need? What would a vampire do? And I'm just not that interested, but it's an okay read. So I'm about to try to push through the rest of Bride, and I will let you know my final thoughts whenever I finally get done reading Bride. So, the good news is I'm even more excited to read Mate now. I finished reading Bride and I did enjoy the ending. So, this was kind of an up and down book for me. But there were some things in the ending that's going to lead straight into Mate that I am excited about. So, I'm going to land on 3 stars for this. It wasn't great, but I did enjoy it. I enjoy Ali Hazelwood, and I am happy that I read this. This was actually a really great reading week for me. I read a really great horror with The Ghost Woods and a solid paranormal romance with Bride by Ali Hazelwood. This was a good spooky season mix of books. And if you want to see more horror, I'm going to be vlogging Freak's Law by Jane Flett next. So be sure to subscribe and stick around for that. And if you've made it this far, please leave me some sort of moon emoji if you don't know what else to say. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear what you're reading this spooky season. And while you're down there, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you soon.